this. So yes, welcome to this evening's 101 class. I'm going to share my screen and we are going to go over, all right, let's see if I can get this to, we're just gonna go over my desktop. So hopefully you guys can see this okay. Perfect, you should be able to see this empowered, or this natural solutions for a healthy, empowered living class. So basically what I want to do this evening is just go over the basics of using essential oils. I'm going to talk a little bit about why I've chosen to use essential oils, and then I'm also going to talk about why I've chosen doTERRA. And then I'm going to talk about the quality, because there are a million options for quality. Hang on just a second. Okay, there we go. I'm going to talk a little bit about the quality, and then I'm going to talk about the different ways to use oils. So we'll go ahead and get started. I am Jen Oldham, and I know I've talked to many of you guys before, and this is what I look like with no makeup on. So anyway, it's great. But I am excited to just share with you what oils have done for me and my family over the last almost 10 years. It is so crazy to me that we've been using oils for 10 years. I had my first baby. Her birthday is on Thursday. She'll be 10 years old. But I had my first baby 10 years ago, and I remember sometimes as a mom feeling a little bit like powerless, like, you know, what do I do if she gets sick? And then you see on the news they recalled Tylenol and then don't use Motrin before they're 6 months. And I remember feeling super stressed out with what to do with healthcare manage, or, you know, just like managing our health at home. And then I remember feeling super frustrated because I do struggle with anxieties. I'm always worried about things. And I wasn't quite sure what to do, because every time I took a medication, I felt, well, for one, I never really found one that worked for anxieties. And then not only that, I felt like I had weird side effects. And so that's why I was introduced to doTERRA, and I was super excited about it. So if you look at the top of this brochure, it says you have choices. Now, I want to be very clear that I'm grateful for modern medicine for sure. Three of my 4 children are alive because of modern medicine, because I wouldn't have conceived them without modern medicine. And then my husband is alive because of modern medicine. He was in a horrible snowboarding accident a few years ago, and I was grateful that there was hospitals and doctors and medications that could help him, and surgeries and whatnot. But I do feel like the oils and the modern medicine go hand in hand. I like to call it complementary medicine instead of alternative medicine, because I feel like they can go together. It's not one or the other. I do choose to use my oils most of the time, and most of the time they do keep me out of doctor's offices, but it's really nice to know that I have a choice. One thing I'm not a fan of is modern medication, and sometimes we absolutely need it, and that's okay. But if you think about it, how often do you have side effects from it? What kind of money does it cost to get the medications? How much time do you spend in a doctor's office getting the prescriptions to begin with? And then how often are you on a wild goose chase trying to figure out a medication that will help with whatever you've got going on and you're not quite sure? And then you have side effects from it, right? So sometimes modern medicine is a huge pain. And it's frustrating because you've got the side effects, it's expensive. And then the big question is, are we healthier? Sometimes not. Sometimes not at all. And sometimes the modern medications are what cause more and more problems. And I know I live in Utah, and every billboard is like talking about the opioid epidemic and how people are super addicted to them, and you know, it's crazy. So basically with modern medicine, man produces it. It's typically addressing symptoms. And then your need usually remains, but it does get rid of the symptom for you, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like putting a Band-Aid on it. Like, sure, if you have a headache and you take ibuprofen, it will totally get rid of your headache. And you guys, I have ibuprofen in my house. I have it in my camper when we travel. I have it with me. I do have ibuprofen. I don't take it a lot. My 3-year-old just came in here. So, hi, do you want to come say hi? This is my class I'm teaching.
Who is it?
Did you have your first day of preschool?
Uh-huh.
Do you use oils?
Yes.
What's your favorite oil?
Lavender.
He likes lavender. All right, so
What?
I will shoot my husband a text. He tends to come up. Hang on. I am so sorry, you guys. Hang on. I'm going to yell down the stairs. This is real life at my house. Hang on just a second. Hey, Rich. You've got to watch Maddox. Anyway, sorry about that. he's like, never comes to hang out with me unless I'm doing a webinar. And then he like runs in my room. And luckily he's super cute, but sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, you're cute, but I can't focus on this. So anyway, my apologies. Okay, so yeah, sometimes I do like ibuprofen, but like for headaches, it will get rid of your headache, but it's not getting rid of what's causing the headache. Now, usually the only reason I get a headache is because of a hormone imbalance. And one of my favorite oils that doTERRA has for hormones is called Clary Calm. If I will use Clary Calm and then frankincense and lavender, the frankincense and lavender will get rid of the headache. The Clary Calm usually balances my hormones so that my headache doesn't come back. So that's kind of an example about how when you use a natural approach, it addresses the body's needs and the root causes, and it can typically or sometimes solve the problem. Not always, but for me, if I can balance my headache or my hormones, my headache goes away. So with modern medicine, man produces, addresses symptoms, and the needs remain. With the natural approach, the nature produces it, it addresses the root cause, and it meets the body's needs. So again, I'm so grateful for my oils, and I do call them my first line of defense because sometimes I know I need a medication. Sometimes I know that, you know, we need to, my husband has been in the hospital. My son has been hospitalized twice with asthma. So I understand that sometimes we need modern medicine. So, but I'm grateful that most of the time we stay out of the, and for us, my kids never go to the doctor. One of them just goes straight to the hospital. Like I haven't taken my 4-year-old, or he's almost 4 that you saw him here. He hasn't ever been to the hospital or doctor for being sick. He's been super healthy. So, okay, I want to talk about this little box that says essential oils are effective. So if you're wondering what exactly an essential oil is, I'm going to explain that. So essential oils are natural extracts that come from plants. So right here we have a picture of a peppermint leaf, and then you've got an up-close picture of the peppermint leaf, and you can see those little tiny yellow oil sacs on that peppermint leaf. And it's awesome because that is where the oil is stored on a peppermint leaf, and it provides the plant with its aroma, first of all. But the other thing that it does is it protects the plant against, it's like an immune system for the plant as well. So we get the oils either through cold press extraction or steam distillation. And that's how doTERRA gets the oils out of the plants. And they work very well with our body. Think about a plant-based diet versus a more processed and synthetic diet. If you're eating, and I'm not all about plant-based. I mean, we just had chicken sausages for dinner, and last night we had grass-fed ground beef, and we had hamburgers for dinner. So, but when you eat things in its more natural form, that's when you feel the best. And it's the same thing with medication. And so the oils, that's in its natural form. It's not synthetic, and your body knows what to do with it so much more. And it's just a really great way to help your body to feel better or to stay on course with whatever your goals are. So one of my favorite things, I say everything's my favorite thing, but I just get so excited about all of it. But one thing I do love about the oils is that they are very complex, and there are hundreds of different compounds per oil. So there's like, do we add synthetics to the oils? No, but there's still a lot of compounds that make up that one essential oil. So the reason I bring this up is if you ever look on the back of a medication, you will see where it says active ingredient, and then it will say ... and then it will list the active ingredient in that medication. So typically a medication is good for one thing, maybe two things, but think about it. Like if you were to use peppermint oil can help you with your headaches. It can help you with stomach aches. It can help you with allergies. It can help you with fevers. It can help you with sore muscles. It can help you with being more awake and alert. So it can help you with a lot of things. So like I just listed several things that peppermint could do. If I were to replace all the things that peppermint could do with medications, I'd have to get Tums, maybe some Claritin for the allergies, some aspirin for ibuprofen or whatever for the headaches. I would have to use a bunch of different things, but peppermint can do so many different things because it's so complex and it has lots of active ingredients in it, not just one like a medication. So it's nice because I always travel with, let's see if I had one with me, a little oil pouch that usually holds like 10, 15 oils in it. And that usually takes care of anything that comes up when I'm traveling. A stomach ache, a headache, allergies, if I get a cut or a scrape, if I've got a headache, if I have like cramps, hormone imbalance, stuff like that. Usually those few oils that I have with me will take care of the anxieties. They'll take care of that. If I were to try to go on a trip and think I'm just going to take a modern medicine cabinet with me, I would have quite a few things and it would take up a lot of space. So I love how it's natural, effective, and safe, and one oil can replace so many things. I'm going to talk about this little cell right here, this little blob. So basically what that is showing you is that the little pink thing represents a virus and the green thing represents a bacteria. So if you are sick and you have a virus and you go to the doctor, what do they tell you? They say, go home and sleep, drink lots of water, rest. There's not much we can do for a virus. The reason that is because a virus lives on the inside of a cell, whereas a bacteria lives on the outside of a cell. Modern antibiotics are what they call hydrophilic, so they're water soluble. They cannot get through that lipid bilayer that surrounds that cell to kill that virus. It can't get through that cell membrane. Essential oils are called lipophilic or fat soluble, and they can get right through that cell membrane, and they can kill viruses. There's certain oils that are really good at killing viruses. And oils can also kill bacteria, so it's really great. So when I get sick, one of my favorite oils is this On Guard down here, because there's a blend of several oils. Some are really good antiviral, some are really good antibacterial, but it's really nice to have something that I can use for both. And, I used to, before oils, I used to know what I had. Oh, you've got strep throat. Oh, you have an ear infection, or oh, you have bronchitis. And sometimes you kind of know what's going on anyway, but now I'm like, well, I think my kids had pink eye, but I'm not quite sure because I cleared it up with oils and I never had it officially diagnosed. If it got to a point where they needed to see a doctor, I would take them in, but it's crazy what it does. Oils are very potent, so when you're using them, you usually only need like a drop at a time. So what this shows you about peppermint tea is that 1 drop of peppermint is equal to the therapeutic benefit of 28 cups of peppermint tea. So a little bit of oil goes a long way, which makes it extremely affordable. They're pennies per dose. It's not like you're using, the entire bottle of oil to treat a headache or a stomach ache, like you're using a drop or two so it lasts a long time. I'm drinking some water. So now I want to talk about the quality of the oils, because since I've started doTERRA 9.5 years ago, I have seen so many more essential oil companies pop up. Essential oils are becoming more and more mainstream, which I like. However, it's also a problem because most of the oils that are produced are synthetic or have synthetic properties in them. So there is a college called Roseman University, and they did a study because every company puts on their bottle that their oils are 100% pure or organic or whatever it is. And everybody claims their oils are the best, but yet if you smell all the oils and line them up and smell lavenders, you're going to be like, that lavender does not smell like the other lavenders that I've been smelling. And so this school did a study, and what they're finding is that about 95% of essential oil companies are selling 1 or more oils that have been adulterated. That doesn't mean that all of their oils are adulterated, and it certainly doesn't mean that they're all adulterated, and it doesn't mean that the entire oil is synthetic. It just they have maybe added something synthetic to it, like a filler or something like that. And most companies, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and tell you that they don't really know that there's a synthetic oil in there, because most companies are buying their oils through a broker. So they're buying it from somebody else who says, oh yeah, this oil is totally pure. And that's kind of frustrating because you really truly don't know what it is that you're getting. So with doTERRA, they do several things to ensure their quality. First of all, they work directly, most of the time, they work directly with the farmer. So they know exactly where they're getting their oil from. They know who's farming it. They've been to the farms. They know what's going on. And they work directly with the farmer, but they like the oils farmed in somewhere that the oil or the plant is indigenous to. So like lavender grows well in Bulgaria or France. Lemon comes from Italy. I went to Africa, I went to Kenya, and they get ginger from there. Africa actually is a really good climate for a lot of different things. But they don't want to just grow their own oils here in Utah on a farm next to the freeway, because they know we're not going to grow lavender as well here. So we don't care to have our own farms because we want to get get it from the expert. And so doTERRA has a 96% exclusive contract with the farmer. So 96% of our oils, we're getting them from a farmer who only provides for us. So when you hear people say, oh, we get our oils the same place as doTERRA, they don't, because we have exclusive agreements with most of the farmers. So they don't. So they're starting with a really good quality product. The next thing that doTERRA does is they test every single batch of oils. They're making sure that there are no weeds, fillers, synthetics, anything in there. And if there is, they will not sell the product. I've seen them pull things off the shelf. And like, I remember Roman chamomile, it had been really rainy and it like killed the crop. And they're like, doTERRA was like, you know what, we just won't have Roman chamomile this year. And it's obviously not something they like when that happens, but their commitment to quality is higher than their commitment to always sell the product. So sometimes the product isn't available. It's rare, but it does happen sometimes. So doTERRA does literally test every bottle of oils. There's a company, consumeradvocate.org or something like that, recently just tested 11 different companies. One of the companies is our #1 competitor and felt like the results were unfair because it showed that their oils had synthetics and ours didn't. They threw a fit and they asked the company to take their results out. But it came back that doTERRA is true to their word and their oils are pure. So anytime, and that happens every so often where companies will go in and well, we're going to see what's really pure or not. And typically it's just fine, or always they're just fine. Not typically, it always comes back that doTERRAs are just fine. So the quality is incredible. Now I want to talk about, hi buddy. Now one of my 7-year-old boys is coming in here. I only have one 7-year-old boy, but I also have a 7-year-old girl. She didn't make it in here. I want to talk about how to use the oils. So there's 3 different ways. So I'm going to show you, this is my bedroom, and yes, my sunglasses are sitting on my stand. So I always have my Himalayan salt lamp going because I love that. But then right here is my diffuser, and it just barely turned off. It had been going all day long. Actually, I don't know if you can see that, but I always have diffuser going in my room. And there are 3 reasons that I like to diffuse. First of all, it opens up my airways. So if I ever have a cold or allergies or sinus infection or whatever going on, if I'll diffuse something like peppermint or breathe or peppermint and wild orange mixed together, it will open up my sinuses and open up my airways. And it's incredible what it does for me. So oils open up your airways. The next thing it does is boost your mood. Nothing affects your sense of smell quicker than, nothing affects your mood quicker than your sense of smell. And I found that to be very true for me, is if I'll get an oil diffusing, a lot of times I'll smell that and I'm like, oh my goodness, that smells amazing. I love it. I love how I feel right now. And there's a few oils that I absolutely love to diffuse because I feel like they're super calming for my mood. One of them is Balance. And a lot of you guys have Balance, or maybe you've tried a sample of it, and it is an incredible oil for mood. I also like to diffuse oils. On here it says fresh in the air, but I like it because it kills germs. So like that On Guard, for example, is really good to diffuse because it's going to kill any airborne pathogens. And what's great is you could take 5 drops of On Guard and you could divide it between 5 people in a room, or you could put it in a diffuser and it's going to be the same thing. And everyone is going to get that small dose of On Guard frequently, and it's going to benefit their health and their immune system. So I love what the On Guard does when I diffuse it. Your head as, oh, maybe I should try using it this way, or put it on my temples. Or like if you get a sunburn, you'd put lavender right on your sunburn. If you have a bug bite, you could put Roman chamomile, lavender, basil, whatever, right on that bug bite. So it's kind of intuitive thing, which is really nice. So I always say, if it hurts, put an oil on it. One of my favorite oils for topical use is this Deep Blue that they have listed. I think most of you probably have Deep Blue in the oils that you purchase. The Deep Blue is really good for sore muscles, and it can be good before you even work out to keep your muscles geared up and ready for that workout. But I love the Deep Blue, and I use it frequently. You can take the oils internally if you feel comfortable. You know, I know there's some, again, I don't want to say controversial studies, but Okay, it says that they can't hear. Oh no! Can you hear at all? Can you hear me now? You can hear me now? There's a lot of static. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go down into my basement because that is where my internet is. It's not the most comfortable place to be in my house, but my router is there. So I'm hoping that you guys can hear better. I've just had so many issues with my internet in this house. So hang on. You guys are gonna get to walk past all of my children who are practicing the piano or helping with dishes, and I'm gonna go to my basement. And hopefully I'll have better internet. Okay, so you can hear better now, and I can't promise how clean it's gonna be down here. Oh, it's really not too bad actually. The internet doesn't work in my room, so I'm gonna finish my class down here. Because you guys can hear me better now. Is it better down here? Hopefully it's okay, perfect. Okay, so sorry about that. Hopefully you guys were able to hear most of the time. It wasn't too quiet. You will be able to hear my kids in the background. Okay, so there is, because, and I'm going to tell you why you will see controversial studies on taking oils internally. It is because there is varying qualities of oils out there, and I don't recommend taking synthetic and essential oils internally, and most companies are going to be selling oils that are synthetic. What do I do for my face? Oh, you are so sweet. I'll answer that in just a second. And you're so nice because I literally have no makeup on. This is just my natural skin. So as far as internal usage goes, you're going to want to use doTERRA because I know doTERRA's oils are pure. doTERRA actually has a third-party company that tests every batch and they post the results. So I'm going to actually show you guys something cool. Hey, doTERRA has a convention, and if you ever come, there's a team dinner and you guys can come. That's what this is right here. I'm going to show you, okay, our story. Why we do it, source to use. So there's a website. If any bottle of oil that you purchase from doTERRA is going to have a code on the bottom of it. If you will go to the quality report, you can put your quality ID, which is on the bottom of your bottle of oil, and look it up, and it will show you the test from that oil, and it will show you what oil it is to begin with. So it's kind of quizzes doTERRA because it will say, oh, that's lemon. And you're like, yep, that's my lemon. I would show you mine. However, I have been buying oils for 9 years. And this is a newer thing they've been doing, and oils last for a really long time. So some of my bottles of oils could be 5 years old. I don't know. And if it's 5 years old, they wouldn't have the test from it posted because this is a newer thing they've been doing. So I don't want to waste your time with me trying to figure out what is a newer bottle and what's not. But this is kind of a fun thing to go through so that you can see, you know, doTERRA to know, yes, this is a good quality oil. All right, so now I'm going to talk about some of my favorite products that doTERRA has. Now, you just asked about my skin, and I appreciate that. That is such a nice thing to say. doTERRA has, this is my skin care regimen. First of all, I don't really ever wear face makeup. I usually wear eye makeup, but I don't ever wear face makeup because I'm lazy. And because I'm going to flip some lights on. And because, I don't know, I'm just kind of a simple person. But what I do is doTERRA has a skincare line. They actually have 3 skincare lines. And my favorite of the 3 skincare lines is called the Essential Skincare Collection. It's their original skincare line. They've added on this, oh, we don't have Barrage in here. Never mind. I was going to say Barrage. They have a Barrage skincare line and an HD Clear skincare line, which is really good for teenage skin, like that oily, greasy, acne skin. But I love their skincare line, and I use their facial cleanser and their anti-aging moisturizer. I use those 2 things out of there. And then they have an oil called Yarrow Palm. Yarrow oil mixed in pomegranate oil is the carrier oil, and it is absolutely incredible at like just helping your skin look younger. People have been posting their before and after pictures of it, and it's awesome. So I love it. And I do that every single night, and I look like a Smurf because it's blue, but my skin does look younger, and I'm 37. So that's what I do. So I'm going to go through and show you some of my favorite products. This entire set right here is a set that doTERRA has called the Natural Solutions. I'm so sorry, guys. My brother calling me. He wants to wash my windows. He's a window washer. This is an entire package that doTERRA has called the Natural Solutions Kit. And it kind of is all encompassing because it's by no means every doTERRA product, but it does have several products on there, and it kind of gives you a good feel for oils, supplements, spa products, diffuser, etc. So I'm just going to go through a few of them that I really like that I might not have talked about already. The first thing I want to talk about is their Lifelong Vitality right here. So I love my oils and I do use them daily. However, what I find is the foundation for my health is this Lifelong Vitality. There's 3 pieces to it. The first is the Alpha CRS, which is their cellular health blend. So the 2 things that age our body the quickest is oxidation and inflammation. And this is going to be really high in anti-inflammatories and really high in antioxidants. So I love to take that daily just to get rid of the inflammation in my body. There's also an E omega. So this is going to be your fish oils, and they also have essential oils in there. Now, a lot of the fish oils that people are buying just from like a health food store or Walmart or Target, they're crap. They're usually expired. It's not a good quality, and you burp up that gross fish oil all day long, every day. And doTERRA's has got doTERRA's a really good quality of fish oil in there. There's also the Microplex VMZ. That's going to be the vitamin mineral. So whole food based, super easy to absorb, and then the vitamins help your body to absorb. Sorry, the minerals help your body to absorb the vitamins. So I really like to take the Microplex. You'll notice a lot of On Guard products. On Guard is an incredible oil for your immune system. It kills bacteria, viruses. It's awesome. They've made a mouthwash out of it, a foaming hand wash, which, by the way, the foaming hand wash right now is 25% off. I ordered 4 yesterday because instead of being $18 for a bottle like this, it's like $13. Pretty awesome. So I love it. And some people, one bottle like this will fill up two soap pumps. But a lot of people will do make it so it will fill up 4, and they'll just mix it with water, and it still works really well. Totally up to you. I want to talk a little bit about frankincense, item number 9 on here. Frankincense is really good to support healthy cellular function. When your cells aren't dying off like they need to or whatever, it causes a lot of health problems. It's really going to help the life cycle of a cell. Frankincense is very anti-inflammatory. It's anti-tumor. It's got a lot of really good properties to it. So I actually take frankincense every single day. I ordered some bottles, dropper bottles. Show you what I ordered on Amazon. So, word to the wise, never buy oils on Amazon, doTERRA or not, because typically people have rebottled their doTERRA oils, put a new cap on there, and then they'll sell it. Dropper, bottle, what else? But here is what I do like to buy on Amazon. See this cute little glass bottle right here? I will put the oils in it that I know that I'm going to take every single day. So I like to take frankincense every day because it's anti-inflammatory. I like to take turmeric every day because it's anti-inflammatory. I absolutely love those oils, and it's kind of a pain to get an empty gel capsule and fill it up. Just drop my oils in there. So what I do is I know if I'm going to take that oil daily, I just put like 25 drops of each of the oils in here, fill it up. And then when I'm ready to fill up my gel capsule in the morning, I'll suck it up with that little dropper, drop it in my capsule, and bam, it's easy to take. Super easy. It's way easier than pulling out a capsule, pulling out 5 different bottles of oil, unscrewing the lid, dropping one in, putting it back, unscrewing the next lid, dropping it. I'm not consistent if it's like that, but if it's like where I can literally just mix them all together, suck it up, stick it in a capsule, I take it. I've done it twice today. So that's a little oil hack that I have that I love. So frankincense is one that I take every day because it is so good, and it's good to prevent a lot of chronic health issues and serious health issues down the road. So I love taking that frankincense. Another thing that I love is we talked a little bit about like lavender is good to soothe irritated skin. So that's going to be like if you get a bug bite or a rash, or you burn your hand on something or whatever, lavender is really good. Digestin, that is a stomach blend that doTERRA has that is really good for your digestive system. It's just going to make sure that your digestive system stays on track. On track, haha. No pun intended. So I love the Digestin. They've got lemon. Lemon is really good to put just in your water. I actually put some water in the I did put water in the stainless steel water bottle, but I also put some lemon as well, just because it's really cleansing for my body. It cleans out your cells, and it's a good way to add something to your water that's good for you and doesn't have artificial colors or artificial sweeteners, and it just makes it taste great, and it's detoxifying for my body. So I love the lemon. Terrazyme. Terrazyme is not an oil, it's a supplement that doTERRA has, and it has digestive enzymes in it. It's incredible. So I recently had a very minor surgery, and I was under anesthesia for like a half hour, and I was on some painkillers. I do use modern medicine sometimes, especially when I'm being chopped open. But I, for sure, struggle with being regular after surgery. And Terrazyme is what helped get me back on track. They always prescribe medicines to help you be regular. Those never work for me. So I've only ever taken painkillers after my first baby, and then I didn't off the rest of them. And then this was the surgery that I had. So the Terrazyme literally helped get everything back on track. And it's also good for people who have food intolerances. It helps your body to digest and break down and digest that food, which is super awesome. So I just wanted to go over a few products. I don't want it to be overwhelming or tell you about everything in the world that doTERRA has. doTERRA has a lot of really great resources to help you learn how to use their products. And I think you will find that when you purchase the oils and use them, it's going to cut back on your trips to the doctor and save you a lot of money. When I started doing doTERRA, when I purchased my first set of oils, my husband and I were literally living off of $1,700 a month. This was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. We lived in Idaho Falls, Idaho. My house was $120,000, so my house payment was like $700. And we were able to somehow make that work. We didn't really have any debt outside of our house. Cars were paid for. Trust me, there were nothing to write home about. But we were fairly debt-free. I think I had $5,000 of student loans or something. But I was able to make that work. But I really wanted these oils, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to afford these. But I took a leap of faith. I bought that kit that was $150, and I was like, wow, it honestly saved me $500 right out the gate, because my husband gets these stupid skin cancer patches on his forehead. They're called basal cell carcinoma. And they're not like going to kill you, but I hate when he has those skin cancer patches. So we do get them taken off. Plus, we want to make sure that it is indeed that basal cell. So when I use frankincense and oregano, it gets rid of those spots. So in my first set, I had oregano and frankincense. We just put it directly on and he put it directly on his little spots. Got rid of them, and it saved us $500, because when you go to the doctor, it's $400 to have it removed, and then it's $100 to have it biopsied. And we just didn't have that kind of money. So using the oils, I think I used maybe $5 of oils in a roller bottle to help him just roll it on his face, and it got rid of it. It was amazing. So, and I've had so many experiences like that. It's not just that one time. So I have found that we have saved. I have not taken my kids to the doctor for being sick in 5 years. My youngest is 3.5. You guys saw him. He's never been to the doctor for being sick. I always take him to see how big he is. First of all, child checkup. My insurance covers that, but we have been able to avoid the doctor, which is so awesome. So I just want to go over how to purchase the oils if you haven't purchased already. I know many of you guys have. doTERRA, it's kind of like, there's 2 options for purchasing. There's retail, or you can get your own wholesale account. And a wholesale account is like Costco or Sam's Club. It's a one-time fee of $35. Or if you get an enrollment kit, it's free. And then you always get 25% off the oils, which is awesome. So anytime you purchase something, you're going to get 25% below the retail price, which is great. And doTERRA knows their most popular products, and so they've packaged them together into discount packages. Now, this isn't all of doTERRA's packages. This is just their most popular. They've got like a home essentials kit, which is going to have, these are the 10 oils I use all the time: frankincense, lemon, lavender, peppermint, tea tree, oregano. Then 4 blends: the Breathe, Digestin, On Guard, Deep Blue. I'm going to use this all the time. Now, you notice the bigger the kit, the bigger the savings. Now, most of you listening to this, I realize you already have an account, but sometimes I know you want to pass it on to your friends so that they can watch this as well. But the bigger the kit, the bigger the savings. The Family Essentials is an extremely popular way to start. It's the same oils that comes in the Home Essentials. They're just a smaller size, and there's not a diffuser. doTERRA beautifully packages their oils and gives you a little booklet that kind of gives you a little hints on how to use the product. So this is there's different kits. If you want to see more kits, message me or reach out and I'll show you more. This is the Natural Solutions kit that is featured in this class. And it's just a great way. It's for somebody who's like, hey, I want to get serious about my healthcare. I want to just be gung-ho about it. I want to try the vitamins. I want the soap. I want the mouthwash. I want oils. I want it all. Or a good amount. This is not all that doTERRA has. It's a good option. There's no right or wrong way to start. I started with a kit that was $150 because it's all I could afford. And you know what? It's great. I now have all the products that I need, and it's awesome. So yeah, doTERRA, it really has changed the way things work in my house so much. We're healthier. I actually make all my own natural cleaners with these, and it's just been a huge blessing. And so I always get so excited to help other people have the same experience that I've had over the last almost 10 years. That being said, I wanted to open it up for any questions. What kind of questions do you guys have? And I am going to stop the recording. And I'll post the recording later. So if you want